What's going on, everybody? The NFL season's kicking off on the 9th of September. We're all very, very excited, aren't we? Today, we're going to take a look at the AFC West. Who's going to win the division? Will it be Kansas City for the 6th straight year? They are at minus 250 to do so, followed by the Chargers, who are at plus 500. Denver is at plus 525, and the Raiders are at plus 1,400. Now, the Raiders aren't going to do it, right? They lost some pieces there on the offensive line. I don't like what they did their offensive line here during the offseason, right? Lost Rodney Hudson, center, Gabe Jackson, guard, Trent Brown, tackle. They drafted Leatherwood there in the first round. Seemed like a big-time reach. So their offensive line, which has been a strength, I think maybe it's not going to be the same strength that it has been. Okay, so I'm a little worried about that. I'm intrigued to see this kid Brian Edwards, right, who John Gruden has compared to Terrell Owens there in training camp. Nice. He's got good size. Right, drafted last year. Henry Ruggs also, man, first wide receiver drafted last year, didn't do too much. So if these two guys can kind of take off, I think the Raiders can have a really good offense because Jacobs is a great running back and Waller is an awesome tight end. Okay, so offensively, I think they got some elements there to get better. Now, defensively, is Yannick Ngakoue going to go back to his Jacksonville Jaguar ways and pressure the quarterback? Max Crosby's a pretty nice piece, but the Raiders, they've had trouble pressuring the quarterback. They've been their second-level defenders have had tons of trouble playing in coverage. And their secondary, when was the last time they had a good safety? It seems like forever. So this kid, Trevin Merrick, was drafted, considered the best safety in the draft. I'm excited to see what he offers. Does Casey Hayward, who came over as a free agent, still have a little bit to offer? Maybe. I think maybe they get a little bit better defensively, but obviously not enough to threaten in the division. But I do think they could threaten to go to the playoffs. Okay, so Denver is at plus 525. You know, Denver, especially on defense, they really, really intrigue me, right? With Von Miller hurt last year, Bradley Chubb also. You know, Bradley Chubb and Von Miller, Bradley Chubb was hurt the year before, but Von Miller and Bradley Chubb healthy for 17 games. I mean, they could get a lot of sacks. I mean, they just could get a lot of sacks. And then you look at their secondary. Their secondary now with Patrick Surtain, right, that they drafted. They have Fuller, right? And they have Simmons, Kyle Fuller, and Justin Simmons. I mean, you're talking about three really nice pieces in that secondary. You got a defensive-minded coach there, Vic Fangio. I think they can be a top 5 defense. I mean, I really do. I don't really see a weak link, a major weak link in this defense. So I'm excited about their defense. And their offensive line got better. Garrett Bowles played really well last year at the left tackle position. They got this kid Quinn Meinerz in the draft, and I'm really excited to see what he offers. Javonte Williams running back now with Melvin Gordon. I mean, there's some pieces there in Denver, and we know they got like 3 really solid receivers there. I think Jerry Jeudy is going to be a great receiver. Sutton is very good. And KJ Hamler. But the question mark is at the quarterback position. I mean, do you think Drew Lock is gonna beat Patrick Mahomes? I mean, it's just not gonna happen, okay? Or Teddy Bridgewater. So quarterback is a major, major question mark. But I think Denver, man, if things break right, I think they could threaten to go to the playoffs. But Drew Lock is going to have to get a lot better. And Teddy Bridgewater, if he's the quarterback, he's going to have to be efficient for 17 games. That's something that we did not see from him in Carolina last year. Okay, so the Chargers, man. Now, the Chargers are really an intriguing team to me at plus 500 because I think they have a solid 4 wide receivers. A lot of speed, especially with Keenan Allen and Mike Williams. On defense, can Derwin James stay healthy? That's a big-time question mark for them, right? They were a top 10 defense last year, even with a lot of injuries. So Joey Bosa, who missed 4 games, can stay healthy. Derwin James can stay healthy. I think they can be very good defensively now with Brandon Staley, their new coach, a defensive-minded coach. He was the defensive coordinator with the Rams last year, okay? And Justin Herbert, man, threw for over 4,300 yards last year. Same thing's going to happen. He's got a much better offensive line this year, too. Okay, with Corey Linsley at center and Rashawn Slater at left tackle. So the Chargers will be better. I think they could threaten for a playoff spot, but nobody's beaten Kansas City. Now, Kansas City has some question marks on their offensive line, but they got Patrick Mahomes. They got lots of speed at the wide receiver position, even with Sammy Watkins leaving. Defensively, they're one of the better blitzing teams in the league, even though they did lose some pieces there in the offseason. I think Kansas City dominates. I think they win this division easily. They're a minus 250 to do so. Like I said, they will win it for the 6th straight year. And for everything regarding the world of betting, you can go to oddshark.com.